Hi, everyone.
Hi. We are going to talk now about how to teach students to mand or request using WH questions. So that means they're able to ask questions like, where is it? Where are we going? What are we doing? When are we leaving? Those kind of things. And this is a big part of expanding language skills and requesting skills.
When you look at any typically developing student or child, any typically developing child, 18 months, 20 months old, they're asking, what? What, Dad?
Constantly.
Huh? What? Even if they know the answer, they're asking because it's more demand for attention than anything else. They're holding something else up that they want and they're saying, what, Dad? Because they want it more than they want to know what the label is. So let's start with teaching what. So this is the way we would teach what. Typically we would have a bag full of goodies in here, and I would start by just modeling the question or even having a text cue if the student can read. And I would hold this bag up, see if I can get some motivation, and I'm going to say, what's that?
What's that?
It's... Wow, it's a cup!
I love it! And starting with things that the student really wants would be inherently motivating for them to say, what's that? Because as soon as you pull it out of the bag, there's the reinforcement.
So at first it would be a whole bunch of modeling on my behalf. So as a teacher, what's that? What's that? Continuing to model. Once the student's able to learn that, then essentially the presence of this bag is going to evoke her saying,
what's that?
It's a car! And she gets access to it for a couple seconds. Once the student has learned, oh wow, this bag equals goodies, I'm going to ask what's that, and she's going to present me with a goodie, then I'm going to start to put in a few non-preferred things, or neutral items. So I might put a pencil in that the student doesn't care about, and I may put a couple other things in. So maybe just a flashcard that they don't really care about. All right, so I'll put that in the bag. She's going to say,
what's that?
And I'm going to pull out something fun and motivating, and I'm going to say, a car! And then she's going to ask again.
What's that?
Reading book.
All right.
Whatever. And then she can ask, what's that again?
What's that?
A fun thing again. It's a fun thing. Yay!
So you're fading the reinforcement schedule from a 1-to-1 reinforcement schedule to a 2-to-1 to a 3-to-1 so that they continue to ask, what's that, on a faded schedule.
Then the other thing we need to do is generalize it away from this party bag. So we need to make sure that we're spreading objects out in the environment and teaching students to ask what's that. And really thinking about typical development, it is really important that they don't always necessarily need to not know the item, because that's where I was at. I didn't know how to always get items that the student didn't know what they were. So it's fine if a student asks what's that about something they already know, because as we know, typically developing kids do that for demands for attention.